Hey guys, Augiesaint here and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I want to talk to you guys about HELLTIDES. It is one of the best ways to gear up now in Season 4. Actually, it's one of the best ways to level up as well. I mean, it's pretty much what all of us will be doing for the most part, leveling up through HELLTIDES, and then you want to be spamming HELLTIDES even after you reach level 100, and even right now I've gone to like level 64 or so in the pit so far. I'm still coming back to HELLTIDE as it's just the best source of farming gear, much better than what I could say Nightmare Dungeons, the pit. All of those things are very low on the amount of gear that they drop, and I've had much better luck actually farming HELLTIDES at getting better gear pieces. I'm still trying to get like greater affix rolls on my pieces. I have found a scythe with actually like 3 greater affix rolls on it, all on my, it was a two-hander, so I'm using that for my different build. But I found all of that in the HELLTIDE. The HELLTIDE just has more chances at giving you better loot because it dropped so much loot. I go around the HELLTIDE in about 15 minutes. My bag is completely full. Now if we look at our bag, like I only pick up legendaries, so I drop yellows, you only pick up legendaries. I have a full bag in about 10-15 minutes of playing through the HELLTIDE. I come back to town and then I sell all of that, and then that gives us gold, because gold is another thing we are super starved on right now in the season, especially once you get into masterworking and stuff. You run out of gold so fast. And if we calculate, you've got 33 slots in your bag, and we'll say an average piece of gear sells anywhere from 26 up to 60k. So we'll put that on 40k as like an average roundabout. See there, 32, 54, 37, 59, 26. So on average, let's say every piece of gear in this bag is going to sell for 40k gold. What's 40k times 33? It's like 1.3 million or something like that. So you're getting about 1.3 million gold every time you vendor your whole bag. I'm actually vendoring right now. I'm not even re-rolling. I mean, I'm not even salvaging materials. And look how many materials I have. This is just from picking up, and I salvage the only time I really salvage materials is when they do upgrade the stuff in the codex. Even if it's an aspect I'm not using, I might want to use it later on down the line. So that's the only time I would salvage the gear from there, is when it is an upgrade to the aspect. And you can see that because it's got like that little gray looking sword thing on, or say to like upgrade this aspect at the bottom. So make sure you are dismantling those, but the rest I would say sell. As if you fill up your bag in the HELLTIDE, you're looking at about just over 1 million gold every time you come back and vendor your bag completely. And then uniques, you do get more for uniques as well. If you guys like to hoard stuff on uniques, I could suggest just keeping like the best unique of whatever unique you've got. So if we go look at my stash now, I have quite a few uniques because I haven't actually stopped to go through these yet. But like out of these, I have 3 of these. So I'll just look which one has the best roll and just keep the best one and then sell the other ones. And look how much uniques go for, 300,000 gold. So like I said, sell all the extra useless ones that you're never going to use. And if you have doubles of them anyway, keep the one with the best rolls. And another reason why it's so good to run through these HELLTIDES is they give you boss material. Look at all these boss materials. I have only gotten these from HELLTIDES. I have not gone out of my way to farm any boss materials. I have just been doing HELLTIDES. I did level up my my iron wolves, which I'm going to tell you guys a really easy way to level it up, and how I suggest going through the HELLTIDE to be the most efficient. That's where I actually got these stitching stones, and a lot of these materials were from there as well, because you do get these like when you level them up, as well as for completing your season journey. But this living steel, this has all come from my HELLTIDES just running normally, which I'm going to tell you guys, I don't even go for the living steel chests, how I play the HELLTIDES, and I have that many living steels even after like not even really going after the chests. What I like to do in the HELLTIDE is I go there and then I run through the HELLTIDES collecting as many cinders as I can, and I pretty much open every single little chest I can, because every single chest I open that has, for me on average, like 99% of the time, they drop 3 guaranteed legendaries. So 3 legendaries if I open a chest, 3 chests drop if I open weapon, 3 weapons drop, rings, 3 rings. Every single time I've opened a chest so far, I've seen in the last couple of minutes just before doing this video, I did a HELLTIDE for a full hour to make sure that this is what was happening. Every single time at least 3 items drop, so that's 3 chances at a good roll. At the same time, when you get those items, you get reputation for the iron wolves as well. And some of these all have, I think they all have like at least 1 living steel in them as well. And sometimes we get other of these boss materials as well. The exquisite bloods we get often from like the harbingers or whatever, the people that follow you around, like the demons. When you get the wanted level and you fill it up and you fight them all off, the guy at the end, sometimes they drop blood, and some of the random ones drop blood, some of them drop hearts. I've gotten pretty much all of these weird materials. Some of them have dropped in the thing, except for I think the stilled fears I don't think I've seen in there. And then these 2 obviously you do get from respective bosses. And this as well, I've only done Varshan twice. And then all of the other materials from these two I have gotten just from completing my Iron Wolves reputation and my seasonal journey thing as well. That's why I got all those materials. But a lot of materials, and you can go get yourself better rolls, you can get yourself better affixes. And how I like to vendor stuff really fast is if you look through, like you just pick up every single legendary you see, because if you're not going to use it, you're going to sell it. And then if it doesn't have a greater affix, so if it doesn't have that little star on it, that's an automatic vendor. If you're at a part where if you're up to like where your gear is kind of good, you're like speeding through. If you're level 100 and you're running through, you're not really looking for like minor upgrades, then the only upgrade is really going to be with a greater affix. At least one greater affix on it would maybe be an upgrade. So at that point, that just becomes anything that doesn't have a greater affix on it, vendor it straight away without even looking at it, because it's not going to be an upgrade unless it's maybe like a neck or rings or stuff like that, because they could have like special rolls you're missing out on with like plus to your skills and things. But for the most part, doesn't have a greater affix on it, get it out of there. And as well, if it doesn't have the salvage symbol on it, so you can get the aspect upgraded, get it out of there. So it's quick and easy, vendor it and you go back. And then another thing before you guys go is the, what is it, this thing, the whispers, the grim favors, they also get completed in the HELLTIDES. I would not even bother with Legion events, by the way. I've been to like 2 Legion events and they just feel so... The only time I ever do Legion events is when they're in the HELLTIDE. I have had that happen I think once or twice as well. That's probably like the only 2 that I've really done. Is the Legion events just don't feel that good compared to the HELLTIDE, when you can go through there and you can speed farm at crazy speeds, as well as, oh, don't forget to put on the profane MINDCAGE. That will increase all of their levels by 10, and it just makes more of them spawn and stuff like that. And more of them spawning means more cinders, and it does increase the cinder drop rate as well and the threat gain. So it's just much better. Obviously, if you're playing on hardcore and your character's not like super built up yet, you want to stay away from that. Maybe, I'm not quite sure how bad it is in hardcore, but just be warned that monsters will be 10 levels above you, but you should pretty much be using that all the time. I use it all the time when I go into HELLTIDE. Just increases the monsters. There's like more monsters, the threat builds up faster, so you get like ambush faster. Just go run HELLTIDES and then open all the little chests. Ignore the living steel chests unless you've opened every single chest in the HELLTIDE and you still have cinders left and there's still time left on the clock. Then you can go ahead and open the living steel chest, is what I would recommend if you are trying to farm gear and gold, which is what I'm kind of really doing right now. I'm trying to get like max roll gear, trying to get better gear, because you know there's so much RNG behind the gear now. So I need a way to farm gear quickly so I can, you know, increase my odds of finding a really good piece by just getting more pieces. You know, efficiency. The town is lava. So go to the HELLTIDE, run as fast as you can, open all the small chests. I think you get like between 60 to 180 rep from every single chest, depending like how much it costs. You do get rep from the living steel chest and the mystery chest, so go open those if you want. Like I said, don't not open them. I'm not telling you to not open them. If you are farming living steel, then sure, go open them. But you do get the living steel from every single small chest. So 3 small chests, and you've already got 3 guaranteed pieces of living steel. And that's basically the price of the big chest. And the big chest has 5 pieces, but it doesn't come with all those juicy legendaries. So you missed out on 9 legendaries in the process. And then if you just vendor those, that's like, so then you've missed out on all those opportunities at getting a nice juicy, you know, super rolled legendary piece that you can go ahead and make it, you're like maybe your best in slot piece. You never know. It's all RNG, so the more it drops, the more chance you have. But I'm ranting on too much now. So basically what you guys can take from this video, go spam HELLTIDE, run it as much as you want. It's the best way to farm up gold and gear, especially because you get the whispers as well, automatically basically completing by just doing the HELLTIDES. And it's the best way to try and fish for better gear for your builds and any other builds you want to try. You can just bank it up and save it up, as well as boss materials do drop like crazy in there too. So you can go get a bunch of boss materials to go and run all of the uber bosses eventually. But that's going to be me for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you found it helpful. If you do, please drop a like and a sub to the channel. Helps me out so much, and I'll catch you beautiful people in the next one. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the